Welcome back, everyone. This next segment is for previously incarcerated individuals looking for a fresh start, whether it's to get info on expungement, pardon, and even job opportunities. This event is going to be a one-stop shop for you. Joining us today is Senator Tamika Isaac Devine, who's partnering with a number of other folks in the community to make this event happening. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, so tell me more about Pathways to Possibilities and the motivation behind it.
Well, this is something that I've kind of wanted to do for the last couple of years. So many times when I'm out in the community, I'll meet someone that might have been formerly incarcerated, have an arrest on their record, and they're just struggling, whether it is finding jobs, is access to resources. And so ever since I've been elected, I've kind of wanted to do this. And this year I just said, started talking to my friends, Lester Young with Path to Redemption, Byron Gibson, our solicitor, and I said, hey, let's come together and do something. So that's kind of how this came about. And we have next Thursday, we have a one-stop shop from pardons and expungements to job fair. We've got over a dozen employers who will be there ready to interview and hire on the spot. We also have state resources like DSS will be there to talk about SNAP and TANF resources. We've got family court who will be there to talk about if you need to apply to get child support from another parent, or if you're ordered to pay child support and you've had struggles and you think you might have a bench warrant or something, how do you deal with those situations?
Wow. So this is to come and ask questions and get informed. This isn't a setup or anything of that nature, but this is to truly help people that are in a predicament that may seem like they can't get out of it. Now, explain to us, how does the expungement process work for those who are interested?
So there are certain things that can be expunged at no cost. There are certain things that you do have to pay an application fee, but the expungement process is once the solicitor's office looks at your rap sheet, they'll see what's eligible for expungement, and they'll actually help you on the spot filling out the application. So like you said, for information is information, but it's also going to be action. We're not going to let you leave there without having something concrete, whether it is a resource, whether it's a connection, whether it is an application already submitted. We're going to make sure that you leave there with what you need to actually get a fresh start.
Wow. So for when people attend, do they need to bring anything, have any certain identification for the process? So
we're asking people to pre-register just so we can kind of get an idea. And so if you go to Eventbrite, you can pre-register there, and there it'll tell us kind of what your need is, if it's accessing resources or you get an expungement or a pardon. And then if you do have a copy of your rap sheet, we ask you to bring it. If you don't, we'll be able to run it right there so that we can see what you're eligible for. Please bring a pen, and also if you're going to apply for a job, bring some information about your work history.
Yeah, and tell us some of the different job opportunities that will be there.
We've got Jushi that's going to be represented. We've got the City of Columbia, who has been a great second chance employment provider. We've got some of our, we've got Amazon and some corporations. So we've got some really good players who will be at the table.
All right, great. Thank you so much for coming on, Senator. We want to pull the details up right now for you to attend Pathways to Possibilities. This is happening next Thursday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Eau Claire High School on Monticello Road here in Columbia. This is free and open to the public, but pre-registration is preferred. And where do people go to pre-register?
They can go to Eventbrite, Pathways to Possibilities, and sign up there.
All right. Thank you so much for coming on, and thank you for everything that you do for the community. We really appreciate it. We're going to take a quick break. We'll have much more on Soda City when we return.